It seems like lately that there is much more duality in our day to day life, our news, our conversations with people that we care about. It seems like a very clear, like right and wrong, good and bad kind of thing. And it's a fascinating occurrence because although there is an importance of having structure, of having duality dysfunction, having some guidelines is very helpful. Most of the really beautiful experience of life happens in the gray. It happens in the in between. And so, if we allow our mind to maintain that duality, even if we're correct, so I'm not saying that when we're dualistic, we're incorrect. On some level, we are correct with our perception and our experience and that kind of thing. But it doesn't necessarily support the types of connections that we deeply long for. Because sometimes in life we don't really go after what we deeply long for. We settle often for kind of sloppy seconds or something that really doesn't fit, but I need that. We don't give ourselves a lot of flexibility and autonomy to create our own life. And then on the flip side, feel very victimized by, society and other people and that kind of thing. So, if you're trying to bridge the duality in your current connections, the first thing is invest in those connections that you want to keep. So, you don't need to focus on, the exaggerated version of people like them because you don't want to keep those. And so, why focus on that? Focus on the people that you want to keep. And then really start to connect to where do we actually see eye to eye? Because everyone sees eye to eye. If, for example, with all the division in the US right now, I imagine that if aliens appeared and started a war, all humans would unify. With maybe some exceptions, but you know what I mean? Like, given the right circumstances, we do care about other people. We do want to help other people. We do want people to do well. So it's really trying to connect with where can we see eye to eye. We don't need to keep having conversations where we don't see eye to eye because that's not bridging anything. But where do I want the same thing? Or do I feel like your needs are important? And focus the conversations on that, which will start to build a bridge. If people feel certain ways and they're dead set on that, no amount of conversation will actually change that, I think. I haven't Maybe it's not true, maybe there's someone, but generally speaking, it doesn't really change anything. So being more skillful with our interactions and less reactive can be helpful for ourselves and for other people.